I'm Deanndria, and welcome back to my channel. Today we are focusing our workout as a Pilates mat flow, and I'll be incorporating some additional sideline work to work our hips, as well as challenging our core stability a little bit differently today. So with that, let's go ahead and get started. Today we're starting out all the way down on the mat. So go ahead and center yourself on your mat, take a seat, and lie on your back. So I want to lie down, lining up my heels with my sit bones, with my hips, arms stretching long by my side, and allowing the tailbone to reach out long. We're going to start out with some bridging. So while keeping a long neck, long arms, curl your tailbone up, press into your feet, and lift your hips into what we call bridge. Knees and toes still facing forward, and then slowly roll down. Upper, middle, low back, untuck those hips. Just waking up the spine, engaging the legs here. And roll back down. But be sure to keep your legs in parallel and your arms active on the mat here to give you a strong base. And take your time to release. See if you can articulate or segment a little bit more as you roll down. And then final bridge, rolling all the way up, lifting those hips. This time hold it for 4, 3, push through your feet, 2, and 1. Nice and easy, roll all the way down. Once I lower this time, bring your legs into tabletop position and do a little check-in again, making sure your hips are weighted on the mat, not arching, but still have that control from your abdominals. All right, maintain tabletop and then tap. So I'm just tapping my toes down and trying to maintain hip stability here. And so I'm doing that by engaging my abdominals, pulling in and up. Just easing our way into it. Cool, so if that feels good to you, go ahead, curl head, neck, and shoulders up with your hands on the back of the head. And continue those taps for 8, 7. My gaze is forward, I'm lifting with my upper abs. 4, use the breath. 3, 2, and 1. Now bring both legs up and glue them together. Rotate the legs out, heels together, toes apart, and bend those knees in deeply to your hips and extend your legs all the way out, pointing those toes. And again, bend it in. How far can you bend in without curling your hips off the mat? Good, and bend in. Now I'm reaching kind of high, right? Which is a little bit more modified. If you want to jazz it up a bit, go ahead and take the legs a little bit lower, but stay curled. Try 4 more like that. Another quick check-in is that you won't have that space underneath your lower back if you're truly curling up into your upper abs in this position. All right, last 2. And last 1. Now rotate the legs into parallel. I know our abs are definitely warm. Arms long by your side and go right into that 100. Deep breath in. Exhale, let all that air out. Staying curled off your shoulders. Now bring it back a notch, please, if you need to. You can bend your knees. You can make them look much smaller, right? But otherwise, quick pumps of those arms. This is the 100. It is meant to warm us up. Bring some concentration into the movement. You are breathing in through your nose for 5. Breathe out through the mouth for 5. Don't obsess over it, just breathe. Staying curled. You know me, it's always 100-ish, right? So we have about 3 more sets here. 2. Finish nice and strong. Last 1. Hold, bend the knees, rest your head down. Hopefully you're nice and warm. I am. So grab the back of your thighs. We're actually going to rock up for this one today and go into a half hold now. Feet separated just like when you have the bridge, arms forward, and then curl your tailbone under, find that nice C shape to the spine, roll back to your halfway point, and then exhale, start to curl up. Let's lift up tall after the final one. And again, hips curl underneath you, start that roll back, and you can go back and deeper than you did before, and exhale, start to curl back up to seated. 2 more like that, take it back, use the breath, and round and lift up, stack up tall. All right, let's hold the next one back. So curl your hips under, pause there. I'm gonna keep my hips nice and stable. Open one arm to the side, turn the spine, back to center, other side. Now this is just a little too much, you're losing your stability. Feel free to keep one hand on your leg as you do it, right? So you can always go here, right? Or just skip the rotations. One more each side. Come back to center, roll all the way up. Yes, now separate your feet a little bit wider here. Take your hands on your thighs. Just kind of do a little seated cat-cow stretch. So pull the chest open to the ceiling. And then contract back around the spine. Good. And again, extend, open up. Lift the chest. And contract back. Just do one more. Just do a little stretch there and extend and lift. And release and round. Walk your feet together. And go ahead and just take that rounded position all the way down to the mat. All right, center yourself again. Left leg reaches long on the mat. Right leg stretches up to the ceiling. I'm going to hold the thigh for a second. Square off the hips. And point the toes for a single leg circle. Reach the leg across, around, and lift. So as I'm circling this leg, I'm keeping my hips nice and stable. Good. Everything else squared off on the mat. Let's do two more this way. And switch. We'll do 6 the other way. Go down, across the body, and lift. 5, and up. Again, stabilize those hips the best you can. Last 2. And last 1. Grab the back of your leg, pull it in, feel a little stretch, and release that leg down. All right, other side. So grab the back of the thigh, square out the hips, point the toes, and move into those circles. Cross for 6. Leading with your inner thigh. We can feel a little rusty in our hips, right? So it just depends on where your range is today. Try to circle within the joint. Change directions. Reach down, across and left for 6. And 5. Give me a nice long leg if you can. 4. 2. And 1. Grab the back of your leg, pull in for a little stretch. And release that leg down. Let's do a full roll up. Legs are long on the mat. Inhale, lift your head. And start to curl yourself all the way up. Go for a nice forward stretch. And sit up tall. All right. From there, make your way to all fours. A little quick adjustment. So hands go under the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. So I want to do this as a way to warm up your hips for the next part. So knees directly underneath the hips. Take your right leg and stretch it back behind you. Keep your hips square to the mat and float that leg up and lower for 8. 7. Now try to be nice and strong here for your core, right? Ribs closed, abdominals in. 4. 3. 2. Hold it up on 1, then draw the knee into the chest. Now this version today, I'm going to keep my spine nice and long, moving primarily to the hip. And 4 more. Lengthen back. 3. 2. Hold it out there on 1. Now try to keep your leg at hip height, and then curl in, reach away. And lengthen it. It's a hamstring curl without any resistance. Instead, you're going to focus on keeping your core engaged, abdominals in, hips square. 2, and 1. Lower the knee down. Other side, so readjust. Make sure your abdominals are in and up. And left leg long. Here we go, and lift. So you're trying to lift definitely with those hamstring glute muscles, not, swaying your back when you do this. And 4, 2, and 1. Knee into the chest. In, take it back. 7, reach. Check in. Is your neck long? Gaze forward. Good. Pull those abs in and up. 2. Now remember the final one. We reach it out, hip height, and curl. 8, 7. Last 4. 3, 2, and 1. Rest it down. All right. From there, let's make our way into a side lying position. I'm lying, just for reference, on my right side to start. Okay. I'm lining up at the back edge of the mat. Shoulders in line with the hips, and then take your feet in front of you to the front corner. Now in sideline work, a lot of times you'll see people just chilling here and resting, right? But what you want to feel is this lift of your waist from the mat, so you are actually engaging your whole core here while you're lying on your side. That's the key to this work, is really staying lifted and not just sunking down into your shoulders and your hips, okay? So if I were to take this shape and stand up, I would seem nice and elongated, right? So waist is lifted, top leg lifts just to hip height, and then flex your foot, kick forward, and point, reach back as far as you can go without dumping into your back. And again, flex, kick forward, point, reach back. Now you can keep your hand on the mat like this, but if you're ready to advance it, you can go with both hands on the back of your head as long as your shoulders are stable. So play with that. If you're feeling really wobbly, put your hand down. All right, last 3, lengthen back. 2, lengthen back. Last 1, lengthen back. Go ahead, stack your legs, turn the top leg out, check back in with your waist, lifting from the mat, and then kick up and lengthen longer than that bottom leg. And lift, see if you can reach out past that other foot. And same thing here, you want to stay long through the opposite side of the waist as this leg kicks up. Last 3, and 2, and 1. Now lower back down to hip height. I'm going to turn my leg to parallel and start moving through circles. Put your hand down if you need to, all right? So take the leg front, bring it up, reach it back behind you, and down. Good. And again, forward, abs and lift up, press back, and down. 2 more this direction. Lift up. There's that range of motion you're trying to work. Last 1, and front. Lift up, reach back. Now go ahead and reverse it. Take it back, lift, bring it all the way around to the front. Woo, 3 more. Back, lift, bring it around. Elbows nice and wide. You got this. Last 2. Told you we're working on those hips today. Last 1. Take it back, bring it up, around, and down. Fun? Maybe. All right, this next one, you're gonna rest your head down on your arm. Okay. Use my hand in front of me here. Just helps me keep my shoulders stacked as well. Top leg now is lifting the hip height. Bottom leg comes up to meet it. Glue those inner thighs together. Lower both legs down. Again, top leg, bottom leg meets it. Hold it, squeeze those legs together, and lower back down. Let's add on. Bring it up, up, hold. Now only lower the bottom leg for 8. Bring it up. Lift with that inner thigh, bringing the leg up to meet the top leg. You got this. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Rest both legs down. Definitely feeling some outer thigh on that. Okay. Now the next one, the top leg lifts to hip height, and you're gonna bend your knee into your chest. Then extend the leg out to straight. Sweep that leg back. I'm bringing my heel into my glute, and then knee into the chest. So then again, reach out, sweep it back, heel to glute, knee to chest. Kick, sweep back, bend in, knee to chest. Now reverse it. So keep the heel at your glute, send your thigh back, kick back, sweep it forward. Bend it in, heel to glute, heel to butt, take it back, kick back, and forward. So I'm not really rigid on keeping my hips like perfectly stacked. We need a little bit of mobility there, so do what you can. The idea is that you're stable in your core as you do this. All right, so before we do the other side, turn and face your mat. Bring your elbows down, come up onto your knees. So we want elbows directly underneath our shoulders, abdominals engaged. Now lift yourself up into a forearm plank, and we're here. Use the breath. Nice and strong, legs are long, abdominals engaged. Push away from the mat with those forearms. You got this. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower to your knees. All right, lie on the other side. I'm gonna turn so I'm facing you, but make sure you're lying on your left side now. All right, so starting propped up, shoulders in line with hips, waist lifts up so I can shine like a little light, right? Or ideally, like shine some light underneath the waist and take your feet forward. All right, top leg lifts to hip height and start your front back kicks. Now, don't ignore that bottom leg. It's pressing into the mat firmly, giving you a foundation as you kick through the top leg. If you want to transition to both hands on your head, go for it. Stay long for the torso. Last 3. Keeping your gaze forward. 2. And 1. Nice. Go ahead and take that now and form a circle. Take it back, bring it up, all the way around and down. You have 4 in total. Lift and lower. And 3. One direction's always easier for me. And 4. All right, let's reverse it. Bring it up, press back and down. Take it front. Try to keep those shoulders stacked, especially if you have your hand on your head, so if you can challenge Yes, one more. And back. Stack your legs, turn your top leg out, and kick up. Reach long. 7. So now pay attention to the right side of your waist, not crunching in, but staying long. And 4, 3, 2, and 1. Rest it down. All right. I took head down for this next one. Turn your leg back to parallel, lift it to hip height. Bring the bottom leg up to meet it. Squeeze those legs together, lower back down. Again, top leg, bottom leg lifts, and lower down. Now this time lift up, up, and only lower the bottom leg for 8. Lift, 7, up, 6. Use that inner thigh. I know that top leg burns a little. Last 4, 3, 2, you got this, and 1. Rest it down. Whew. Okay, so now realign yourself. Gaze a little forward, top leg to hip height, bend the knee. Kick the leg forward. Sweep it back, heel to glutes, knee to chest. Kick it front. Sweep it back, heel to glute, knee to chest, and front. Sweep it back, heel to glute, knee to chest, reverse it. So take it back with the whole thigh, extend the leg, kick it forward. Bend, thigh back, kick out, kick it forward. One more, bend, take it back, lengthen out, and kick it forward, rest it down. Nice and toasty there. All right, for the next plank, turn and face your mat. So instead of forearms now, we're gonna press up onto our arms. Okay, and then legs go straight back. And find a solid plank here, abdominals in and up. Shoulders are on your back, your legs are long here. Use the breath. 4 more, you got this. Push into your whole palm. 3, 2, and 1. Lower to your knees, sit back, take a quick child's pose, stretch out. We need to work some extension today. Slide out onto your abdominals. All right, so I'm gonna begin with my hands. I'm gonna begin with my hands underneath my shoulders. So the neck is long. I like to think of my nose as just off the mat and roll the shoulder blades back. Keep your legs heavy, and then float your hands off the mat. See if you can lift a little bit more through your chest. And then lower back down. So do that again. Hands up, lift the chest, and lower back down. Again, hands up, shoulder blades together, lift the torso, lower back down. Adding on, hands up, lift the torso, reach your arms out to a T. Now take those T arms and pull them back as you open your chest a little bit more, and then lower the chest as you go back to a T. And again, pull back, extend it open. Yeah, so also be aware of your neck here. Like a lot of times we throw our head back and close off the back of our neck. Think about showing it off and keeping it long. Last one, pull back, interlace the hands together behind your hips, if you can, and then lift a little bit, hold it for 4. You got this, 3, 2, and relax down. Nice job. Take another child's pose after that. Stretch it out. All right, back up onto your hands, and a little variation to push-ups here. I'm gonna stay on my knees today, all right, for this version, but lift the feet up, take the knees a little further back. So going into that narrow push-up, chaturanga, just tricep push-up, whatever you call it, the abdominals in, and then bend your elbows back, bringing your chest down to where you can. Press up, but then press back. Good. Bring it forward, abdominals in, lower down. Press up, press it back. Good, and 3. Go with the pace that works for you. Good, sending those hips back to the heels. All right, 3 more. Remember, only lower to the point where you can keep your shoulder blades on your back, abdominals in. Last 2. Nice and strong through those arms. All right, last one. And take it back. Woo, great. Now take that position and turn it into downward dog. All right, lift your hips. Go ahead and pedal out the legs. Nice. A few cracks out of my toes there. Stretch to your feet and reach back through your heels, neck is long. Feel the closure of your ribs, right? A lot of times we dump into this position, but ribs are closed, abdominals wide as the mat. Walk back just enough so your heels touch the mat. Left hand to the right calf and twist. Use the breath. And release that side. Other side, reach for the ankle, reach for the calf. Find a nice twist. And back to center. Walk your hands back towards your feet. Bend your knees a bit. And slowly, slowly roll yourself up to standing. Yes, take a big stretch up. Always like to end with a big stretch up. And a little side bend. And lift. Other side, side stretch over. And let's actually bring our hands behind our back today and open up to the chest. And release. Thank you for joining me. I hope you enjoyed that workout. Again, the idea is to have these 15-minute quick workouts that you can just throw into the middle of your day, get your heart rate going, get your core fired, and set you for some good patterns along the way. So if there's anything that you want to see in these workouts, let me know, comment, share with a friend that may enjoy these, and of course subscribe and hit the bell so that you know the next time that I am posting a workout, all right? So thank you for joining me, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.